from where you at. I came here for vengeance, watch your back. No need to defend, I'm on attack. Sorry they can't reply, but I guarantee they had a blast. Pop, 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 I be on the next to only ya. I am fresh to death.
Morning, folks. So just like the other day when you saw me on my phone, that was a client check-in. I've got one athlete at 2 weeks out, one athlete at 3 weeks out, 2 athletes at 5 weeks out, and then it just continues down the line just like that. So lots of early responses going out. Like I said, I'm very thankful for this app because it does allow me to get the most important information over them, which is stick to plan, continue on as is, or change, right? For any of my clients, they kind of understand how I work with this, but typically, once we have gone through a period of time where I've gotten a baseline reading on you on food, I kind of can now understand what's a deficit, what's a surplus, what's an aggressive deficit, what's an aggressive surplus. And I can play around with those days and move people through those days as I see fit in order to push body fat loss. So do we need to get more aggressive, or do we need to pull them back and pull some fatigue off? So it really is just based on a lot of different data and seeing kind of what they respond best to. So for this does change, but for the most part, all I have to tell them is hit a high day, hit a low day, hit a refeed day, hit a dig day, and then I'll get them the rest of their information once I sit down and actually like fully analyze. Because for the most part, I can look at my phone, see what I need to see, and know what I need to do with them, especially considering the timeline and stuff. But as I said the other week, typically that knee-jerk reaction of like, this is what I see today, this is what we need to do today, is what I'll typically go with first. I was gonna pull up my Fitbit information here, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to load. It's being very, very slow. But the one point that I do want to make about all these devices that track all these different metrics of your body, understand that these sensors are still limited, and it is pulling data just off your wrist, right? And if you don't have that band on in the right position, it's not tight enough, or whatever it might be, this data could be very skewed. So I say all that to say this: don't get caught up in the device's breakdown of your existence. There's too many people who, like, you'll wake up, feel really good, like, oh man, slept so good, got so much energy, ready to take on the day. And then you look at your data, like, oh man, it tells me that I slept like shit and that I need to take a rest day or I need to take it easy. It's not always the case. The data is definitely cool to look at. It's always fun to track. I enjoy that kind of stuff myself. But at the end of the day, it doesn't know how you feel. It can't tell you how you feel. So use it for what it's meant for. But if you feel really good and it's telling you feel great, or you feel terrible and it's telling you feel great, I feel like I said that weird. If you feel terrible but it says you're great, or if you feel great and it says you're terrible, listen to yourself over the device. You know, there's certainly those days where you wake up and you're like, shit, maybe I should take a rest day today. And then you're like, I can't tell. Am I tired or am I just being lazy? And then you look at your data and it confirms one way or the other. That's certainly a scenario where it could be more important. But don't base all of your decisions around what your watch tells you. This is week 6, Monday of week 6. And it is just absolutely flying. I don't know if I just like wasn't busy enough when I was in preps before and doing shows, or if somebody just turned fast forward on, but this thing is absolutely fucking flying. So I had my son this weekend, as I told y'all. Saturday, no, I got him Friday afternoon. We didn't really do too much Friday afternoon because by the time he got home from school it was only a couple hours, so he goes to bed. But then we'll usually go to the playground at night, and there's one literally like right down the street from the house. So we'll take him over there. It has a playground, a dog park, a walking trail, a whole bunch of stuff. There's a playground that's pretty shaded, so even when it's really hot, it's at least a little bit more manageable. Always lots of kids up there. And there's a really big walking trail all the way around the whole park, but then there's a small little loop and just right around the playground. So at night, I'll take him up to go play for a couple hours so he gets his energy out before he goes to bed. And I'll walk with the dog. I got the door closed, so hopefully you can hear that. I'll walk with the dog around the playground while he plays. So I'll go ahead and knock out some more steps. But then Saturday, we woke up, went to the playground, came back home for a bit, and then we went to the splash pad. Just one of those things that just water is spewing everywhere and they just play around and whatnot. We played up there for a little while, and then there was this thing out in Frisco that had like dinosaur animatronics. To be honest, it was kind of bunk. It kind of sucked. There was 5 dinosaurs. It was at a PGA golf course and resort. So it was kind of just a promotion for this golf resort, which is fine, but it was outside. It was like 95. They started it during like the hottest portion of the day. It didn't start until 2. So we got there at like 3. And by the time he looked at the few little things that were there that he was interested in, he was like, all right, I guess we're leaving. And then on the way home, I had decided to go eat a cheat meal with him, enjoy a meal. And the plan originally was in and out, as we normally do, but he just was not into it. So we went to Chick-fil-A instead. So, enjoyed that with him. Had a piece of that heavyweight chocolate bar yesterday with the, or not yesterday, but on Saturday with that cheat meal. Just a little, one of the little bars off of it. Had that. And then yesterday I was back to plan. So weight spiked prior to the cheat meal. I was 226.4. After the cheat meal I was 228.4. And today I'm 227. So almost right back to where I was. I can very much tell that even though the scale is not dropping as like hard as I would be expecting, like at 6 weeks now, I mean I just started 6 weeks, so at the beginning of this I would want to be a little bit closer to 10 pounds down, which I'm closer to like 8. But the biggest thing is I can tell how much my body is recomping. Like, I feel fucking huge. My body feels really good. Brain feels really good. Like, everything feels fantastic. So while scale weight is not dropping excessively, I am for sure changing here. So very, very happy with what's going on. I still have 6 weeks to go, so we'll see. I may end up starting to push this a little bit harder, but I also think that for the last couple of weeks, I have been using the wrong retatrutide dose. I think I've still only been doing 1 milligram. I did it right this morning, or yeah, 1 milligram a week. I wanted to do 2 milligrams a week. So I think per shot, I was only doing 500 micrograms. But we'll see. I have 2 more days till I check in. And that'll determine what I do. But I have now been talking to y'all for like 10, 12 minutes. So I'm gonna stop now. So this video is not just me talking on the treadmill. I have been doing this a lot here recently where I just come stand in the backyard where the sun's coming up. I come out here, enjoy my coffee, get my feet in the grass, and get some sun in my eyes before I go shower and get the workday started. And I am simply just waiting for one of these days where one of my neighbors walks out and sees my crazy ass standing out here and goes, "Oh shit, what the fuck is he doing?" My neighbors on this side are Hispanic and don't speak English very well. Super nice people. They take care of my yard. They've done a lot of maintenance stuff around the house that the landlord has paid for. And then the neighbor on the other side is an older black lady that has a kid around Everett's age, so we've talked quite a bit, but I don't think either one of them know what I do for a living. And it's always a fun question to answer. All right, now I don't look so crazy. But that's always a fun question to answer because how do you describe, I mean, tell people you're a bodybuilding coach, obviously, but they don't fully understand what that means. And then have a lot of questions about how that works. I answered that question yesterday to a dad at the pool when I took Everett over there. So, yeah, always interesting. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to stand out here for 10, 15 minutes. The sun is just coming up and it looks beautiful. I was trying to do all that with one hand because I had my coffee here, so I might have fumbled that around a little bit, but it's all right. Sun's coming up. I'm gonna enjoy this and then get my day started from here. So I'll probably see you guys when I eat meal 1 at 10 o'clock. Well, my battery died while I was about to start explaining what I was gonna do, but I put all my Peri-workout stuff together, which is just the supplements that I have around my workout, and wanted to show you guys the new RTD. I gotta go that way. The new RTD from Lebrada Nutrition. So it is not a Pro Series product. It is a Lebrada Nutrition line. It's under the Lean Body brand. So as of this moment in time, I do not have a code, but I am trying to push for one. So we're gonna see if we can make that happen. But those are live. You can get those now on the Lean Body Lebrada Nutrition website. And then the Pro Series pre-workout will hopefully be here before the end of the year. They said September, and then it got pushed back to October, so just waiting. But this stuff has been phenomenal. Like, the flavors are so fantastic. I want to drink this shit all day, but I can't because that would be bad for me. Focus feels awesome on it. Pumps feel really good. So I'm very excited to use it for a leg day today. So gonna head on off to the gym now. All right, as you see, I am getting into the abductor and not the adductor. I've been talking about that pain that I've been having while doing lying leg curls. I actually don't think it's my hamstring. I think it's my adductor. I think it's just expressing itself while I'm doing curls. So I'm just testing some shit out today. I'll put this first. I was sometimes doing these at the end of the leg days. I'm just not recording it because who cares? But I'm gonna try to put it in at the beginning because I think doing my adductors at the beginning, and even though I'm not training them super hard, they're getting beat up a little bit. I think it's just creating a little bit of that pain, but we're gonna find out in a minute when I go over to seated leg curls if this actually helped or if I'm just running my mouth. Seems like I was right. The best set of leg curls I've had in a while. No pain, felt great. done. I have said this on, I think, the last 2 leg days, but best leg day I've had so far. Really great pump. Putting the abductors at the beginning and then doing adductors at the end, which I did not film, really helped out a lot. Didn't have any issues with the either hamstring curl today. Really locked on my hamstrings, could feel them really well today, so that was a big win. So gonna continue on with that. Chilled for a little bit because my stomach's a little queasy, but now I'm feeling better. Gonna mix up my shake in the car and then start heading home, and then a couple more check-ins to knock out, and then just some content editing and chilling for the rest of the day. So we're gonna get on back to the house now, but before I go, you know, I've told my buddy Tanner just a second ago, I was like, I feel like a bodybuilder again, and it feels fucking really good. You know, that has been my identity for most of my life, like 12, 13 years of my life, you know, and for it to be kind of half-assed for a while was a little weird, but it feels really good to be locked in again, and I'm like really enjoying this zone, so definitely going to keep this thing rolling, and very glad that I undertook this. So let's head home now.
In every aspect. But I personally believe right now.
All right, so I watched a lot of podcasts, so that's what you were seeing me do there. And it is time to make meal 3. I already had my post-workout, and I didn't show you guys. What are you gonna do? It's the same as it was before. But got home, had work to do, a couple of check-ins to do, and then since then I have been editing and getting stuff clipped for podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is Brandon Barrow, so I'm excited about that one to go up. I was getting it uploaded onto YouTube, and then got everything clipped out on my AI app that I use for that. AI, ChatGPT has been a fucking godsend with all of this stuff, because the descriptions and titles and all these things that work well, like I'm not that good at it, to be honest. And it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. So I use the transcripts of all these videos to make all that stuff. So the clips are all AI generated, so it goes through the videos and finds the most viral stuff, or what it deems to be so, and then I hunt through and find the things that I want to put on there and go forward. But that's what I was doing. So Brandon's episode obviously has already been posted by the time this has been posted, but if you haven't watched that episode, go watch it. I'll put the little thingy here. Beautiful. Exactly 30 grams. Okay. So, gonna make my wrap meal. Yeah. Gonna make this right quick, and then I've been sitting a lot today. So I need to go on a WALK with Marley down there. So we will probably do that after this. And then it's back to editing for a bit. I just really want to stay ahead of the curve on this stuff. There's a lot of like small things that you don't think about that really catch up with you. Like making thumbnails for videos and doing all those things of like getting the AI clips and getting the title and the timestamps, and like all those things catch up with you of like, oh shit, I gotta get that posted. Oh shit, that means I need to do this, this, and this. And then you end up buried in your phone when you should be paying attention to other things. So I am trying to do a lot better job of scheduling myself content-wise. And then the next round of that is scheduling my week to record different content for different sponsors. So I need to continue to push in that direction, because like obviously doing these things here, getting more views on social media and stuff is all with the thought process in mind of like making this another stream of revenue. And along with that comes doing more responsibilities with more responsibilities, along with more sponsor opportunities and stuff, which means I need to be on top of shooting videos and whatnot. And I want to just be really on the ball, especially for the Vibrato Pro Series, with as much as they've been giving to me and doing for me. I need to be better about that, and it's something that Brett and I have talked about. So I just need to get a better schedule and start knowing like, all right, this day I'm going to record something for this brand or whatever, and be more consistent with that. So going to finish making this, eat it, and then WALK, the furry one down here who is begging for his meal. I need to get a much better tripod for my camera, but so I've spun this already, and when it comes out, usually it's like got a hole down the center, right? So what I do, put that on the scale, and then I dump this in the bottom. So I got 20 grams there. I get 30 total. So I put 20 down in there, and then I push down a bunch of it and like close it up. And then I put the rest on top. Just trying to like distribute it as much as possible. Hardest part is getting it like not all at the top, but I've already got my rice chips over there at the table by my couch, and it's time to chill for the evening. I'm watching some, I don't even remember the name of the show right now, but I'm watching something on Amazon Prime. But anyways, tomorrow is Tuesday. See you guys tomorrow.